Assalamualaikum and very good morning. My name is Rajianu binti Muhammad Ilyas. My metric number is 265703. Now, let us see one video that can tell you guys about what am I going to talk for today.
Malaysia. In March, Malaysia was failing. Newspapers published articles about how Malaysia was struggling against COVID-19. Malaysia had 3 times more cases than any country in Southeast Asia. The virus was in every state and federal territory.
So, now I want all of you to take for a moment and think what is really happening in this year 2020. What first come in your mind? What is really affect the whole world? Is it coronavirus disease 2019 or we call as COVID-19? The answer is yes. COVID-19 is affect every country in this world, including here, Malaysia. Now, did you all know about this virus? Have you haven't heard about this virus? Do you know how we're gonna find out either this virus is in our body or not? All of us can get infected by this virus, but the most important thing is we must know what really happened if we get infected by the virus so that we can get a treatment right away. The subject that I am going to talk with you guys for today is COVID-19 is a deadly disease which has a symptom in different stages. So past few weeks, I have do some research about this issue, and the information that I am going to share with you guys for today is mostly from research at Zhongnan Hospital of Wuhan University and also portal Ministry of Health Malaysia. Don't worry, after listening to this speech, you all will know all those symptoms that we can get if we are getting infected with this virus, so that after we recognize the symptom, we can go get treatment right away. Now, let's talk about the symptom of the virus. Okay, for stage 1, that usually happen between day 1 until day 4 is the symptom is such like cough, fever, muscle pain, and also dry throats. Fever is the first symptom that we get if we are getting infected by the virus. According to the doctor, most of the patients that are getting infected with the virus are having a fever. Fever is one way of our immune system try to fight a virus that come to our body. This is one kind of signal that our body give to us. And normally, our body temperature is 36 until 37, but if we are having a fever, our body temperature will go above our normal temperature, and you will feel hot if you touch your chest or your back of your body. And if you realize during this time, in this kind of situation, if you realize that you are having quite high fever, you must go and see the doctor immediately. The most common symptom that the patient show is also the cough. What is causing us to cough is usually because an infection and also the fever. But the symptom for the virus is when we start to having a continuous cough, which means we starting to coughing repeatedly. The next symptom is the muscle pain. Just like I said just now about the what is causing us to cough is infection and fever, right? And the same thing goes to the muscle pain as well. And the muscle pain is a painful feeling that affect a different part of our body. And when we are having this muscle pain, usually we are difficult to move and doing what we are usually do. Dry throat is another symptom that we will get if we are getting infected by the virus. The infection of the virus will make our throats feel dry and scratchy, and when we are having these dry throat symptoms with the fever, muscle pain, and also cough, we must go to be assessed by a doctor immediately. So now I'm going to talk about the stage 2 that occurs during day 5 until day 9. During this stage, the patient will starting to facing or having a difficult breathing or shortness of breath. According to the researcher, the patient on this stage will starting to having a difficult breathing. This is because the virus is a respiratory illness. When we coughing repeatedly, we will starting to having a difficult breathing, and this is happen to the patient. Difficult breathing is when we feel discomfort while breathing. In a simple way to understand, when we breathing, we cannot take a full breath. And this is very dangerous because in this stage the patient will starting to facing a problem when they are inhaling and also exhaling. And if you guys are having this kind of symptom, you guys must seek a medical attention immediately. Now, let us move into the last point, which is stage 3. After 9 days getting infected, the patient will starting to show another symptom, which is abdominal pain and also appetite loss. Abdominal pain is the pain that occurs between our chest and pelvic area. But we cannot assume that all the patients that getting infected with the virus are having this kind of symptom, because there is only a severe case reported that the patient is having this kind of symptom. But this symptom is quite a serious symptom also, and if you guys are having this symptom with the other symptom, you guys must go and see the doctor. The last symptoms that I will share with you guys for today is appetite loss. Eating is an important part of our life because it gives us nutrient and also the energy that our body needs in order to remain healthy. Appetite loss is when you don't have the same desire to eat as you do every day. And according to the researcher, most of the patients they do not want to eat, and they will start having unintentional weight loss. And according to the report that have been published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, or JAMA, out of 138 patients that get infected with this virus in Wuhan, China, 39% of them are facing appetite loss. In conclusion, I hope with this speech that I give can give you more information about the symptom of COVID-19, and hopefully with the information you can easily identify the symptom and take a quick action by going to the hospital. And I want to remind you that the COVID-19 is a deadly disease that has a symptom in different stages from day 1 until day 10. And before I ending my speech, I would like to share with you guys some tips in order to protect ourselves from getting infected with the virus. Just 3 things. First of all, you must wash your hand, use tissue when you cough, and also don't touching your face with unwashed hand. That's all from me. I hope we will together facing this situation and starting to live in a new normal life. Thank you.